everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about a super important skill, something that will help you succeed not just in school, but in life, managing your time. This is a practical guide, so get ready for some real tips you can start using right away. So, does this sound like you? Trying to keep up with classes, homework, maybe a job, and also have a social life? It can feel like way too much. But here's the good news. You don't need more hours. The real secret is learning how to manage the hours you already have. And that's exactly what we're going to figure out today. Here's our roadmap. We'll start by taking a look at your current habits. Then we'll figure out where your time is actually going. After that, we'll build a real plan for success, check out some smart tools to help, and finish with the most important step you can take today. All right, let's dive right in. First up, we've got a quick quiz. This is just for you, to help you think about your own habits. Before we can get better at something, we have to understand where we're starting from. So just be honest with yourself. There are no wrong answers here, just a chance to learn something new. Okay, question 1. Are you someone who relies only on your memory to remember everything? Having a good memory is awesome, but our brains can get really full. When you write things down, it frees up all that mental space. It lets your brain focus on doing the work, not just trying to remember the work. Having a social life is so important, but if you're always saying yes to your friends without checking your own schedule, your important schoolwork might get pushed aside. The goal here is to find a good balance so you can plan your fun time and still get all your work done. Do you use a planner or maybe a calendar on your phone? Think of a schedule as a map for your day. It shows you where to go and what to do, which actually reduces a lot of stress. It really gives you a feeling of control. And if you don't have one, don't worry, we're going to get to that. Procrastination. We've all been there, right? Waiting for that last-minute pressure to get us moving. But that habit creates so much stress, and we usually don't do our best work that way. Just noticing that you do this is a really powerful first step to changing it. This one is about connecting your small, daily tasks to your big dreams. Do you ever just take a moment to think, what am I actually working towards? Thinking about your goals helps make sure that the things you do every day are actually helping you get where you want to go. Now, on the other hand, are you so busy with work that you forget to rest or see people you care about? Getting burned out is a real thing. Good time management isn't about working all the time. It's about making time for everything that's important, and that definitely includes rest. This is all about multitasking. When we try to do a bunch of things at once, we usually don't do any of them very well. Our brains just aren't really built for that. Learning to focus on just one thing at a time will help you do better work with a lot less stress. So this question is about being proactive versus reactive. A reactive person waits for things to happen. A proactive person looks ahead and makes a plan. Being proactive means you control your schedule instead of letting your schedule control you. And for our last quiz question, do you ever guess how long a task will take before you start? This is such a simple but powerful habit. If you plan for an essay to take 2 hours, you can find a 2-hour spot for it. If you don't, that quick essay can suddenly take up your whole night. Okay, quiz complete. Now that you've thought a little bit about your habits, let's get some real data. In this next part, we're going to take a really close look at where your time is actually going, because you can't manage what you don't measure. We usually think we know how we spend our time, but when you actually track it, the results can be pretty surprising. So for this next activity, I want you to be a time detective and investigate what you did yesterday. It's a really simple 2-step process. First, grab a piece of paper and write down everything you did yesterday, from when you woke up to when you went to bed. Be specific. Instead of just studied, write studied math from 2 to 3 p.m. Then, for step 2, look at your list and honestly circle the things that were time wasters. Maybe it was scrolling on your phone for 30 minutes or watching a show you didn't even like. This isn't about feeling bad, it's just about seeing where the time really goes. So, we've looked at the past. Now, it's time to look to the future. This next part is all about being proactive and making a plan. We're going to take what we've learned about our habits and use that info to build a plan for a successful week. A week is kind of the perfect amount of time to plan for. It's long enough to get some real work done, but it's short enough that it doesn't feel overwhelming. A good weekly plan gives every day a purpose and helps you find that balance between school, work, health, and friends. Just look at this simple grid. Maybe on a Sunday night, you can sit down and fill this out. First, put in the things you can't change, like your class times or your work schedule.
Then, schedule time for your important tasks, like studying for that big test. And this is super important. Don't forget to schedule time to relax and have fun. Planning for your breaks is just as important as planning for work.
Okay, so you've planned a fantastic week. That's a huge step. But really good time management connects these small weekly plans to your bigger long-term goals. The things you do each week should be little steps that get you closer to your goals for the whole year. So let's think a little bigger. This is a really simple way to plan for the long term. First, just brainstorm. Write down everything you'd like to do this year. Get a good grade, learn something new, save some money, just get it all out. Second, you gotta prioritize. Figure out which goals are very important and which are just nice to have. And finally, for your important goals, break them down. What small steps do you need to take to get there? This turns a big dream into a real plan.
Now, paper and pen are great, but hey, we live in a digital world, right? There are some amazing tools and apps out there that can make all this planning way easier and even kind of fun. So let's look at how technology can help you out.
There are lots of different kinds of tools. You've got simple to-do list apps, digital calendars, and then you have apps like Notion, which you see here, where you can organize everything in one place. Honestly, the specific app doesn't matter as much as just finding one that you like and that works for you.
So, how do you get started? It's easy. First, just look around. Check out a few apps and see which one looks good to you. Second, talk to your friends. Ask them what they use. You can get some great tips that way. And finally, the most important part, just start using it. Don't worry about making it perfect. Just open the app and make a schedule for tomorrow. You'll learn as you go.
Wow, we have covered a lot today, from understanding your habits to planning your entire year. So let's bring it all home and quickly review the main ideas, just to make sure they stick.
Let's just pause on this one for a second. Think about it. If you lose money, you can always earn more. But if you lose an hour, that hour is gone forever. When you start to think of time as your most valuable resource, one you can't get back, you start to be much more careful with how you spend it.
So why should you even bother with these tools as a student? Well, they help you remember deadlines, they help you break down big projects into smaller pieces, and they help you balance your study time with your fun time. Basically, they lower your stress and help you get better grades by putting you in control. And let's end with this powerful idea. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start managing your time better. Don't say you'll start next week or next month. The absolute best time to start is right now. Just take one small thing you learned today. Maybe it's writing down your tasks for tomorrow. And just do it. Your future self will be so glad you did. Thanks for tuning in.